This is Rob Rafferty for Project Breakout, here at the Excel Center in downtown St. Paul, Minnesota. We're hoping to meet up with Congresswoman Heather Wilson as she makes her way through Radio Row. This is Rob Rafferty with Project Breakout inside the Excel Center at the GOP convention. I'm here with Heather Wilson, Congresswoman from New Mexico. Congresswoman, thank you for joining us.
It's my pleasure.
So I'd like to talk a little bit about the Sarah Palin pick. It's on everybody's mind. What are your thoughts, immediate reaction when McCain campaign selected the first woman vice presidential nominee for your party?
I thought it was great. She's an outsider, she's a governor, she's not part of the Washington circle of things, and she's a reformer. She's also, from my perspective, she's a governor of an energy-producing state, and New Mexico is also an energy-producing state, so for us, I thought it was great.
Some critics are alleging that she might have a little bit of a lacking in the international policy perspective, or military credentials, so to speak, and that I'd like to get your response on that, particularly given your knowledge as a former JAG officer.
Well, I actually think that that Senator McCain has all the foreign policy and national security credentials that any ticket might need, and her experience is more in the energy area, in the government reform and those kind of things. At the same time, you know, Alaska borders on Canada. They also share the Bering Strait with Russia. And she spoke last night, she spoke very articulately about international energy issues. So she has her area of expertise, and she seems to be comfortable with who she is.
She seems to have been a real shot in the arm for the McCain campaign. Do you think this is due to the fact that she's simply a woman, or does it have something to do also with her very strong conservative principles?
I think it's all those things and more. I mean, obviously she's a good, solid Republican. She's a reformer who reinforces what is good about John McCain. And I think that's one of the differences. Senator Obama chose a vice president who compensated for his weakness. Senator McCain chose someone who reinforces his strength as a reformer. And on top of that, she's just a kick. I mean, you know, the line last night about the difference between a hockey mom and a
pit bull with lipstick.
And a pit bull
right.
is lipstick. I just thought that was just a hoot. I mean, there's a toughness about her and a tenderness about her, and I think that's appealing to people.
Some criticisms also being levied, if not in the mainstream media, certainly in the blogosphere, relate to her status as a mother, and can a mother of 5 handle this job of being a vice president? As a mother yourself and as an elected member of Congress, how would you react to that criticism? And if you could maybe share a little bit about any obstacles you've had to overcome in your political career in New Mexico.
You know, I've had the media ask me that. I've not had anybody on the Republican floor or other delegates make mention of that. I think this is generated by people who are really upset that maybe it's going to be a Republican, pro-life, pro-Second Amendment woman who becomes the first, woman vice president of the United States. They just can't stand it. So they don't know what else to do. And so they start asking questions that would be against federal law if they asked it in a job interview. I don't remember anybody asking Jack Kennedy whether he could be a dad and a president at the same time. I don't recall anyone even this year asking Senator Obama how he's going to run for president and take care of 2 school-age daughters. There's a double standard here. We had to put up with that crap in the 1970s. We shouldn't have to put up with that now, and it's time for the people who have those double standards to knock it off.
Have you ever had to overcome any of these similar obstacles during your political life?
I have sometimes. I remember back in 1998, I was asked that question about, how I'm going to do both. I'm not sure I handled it very well then, but as a senior Republican woman who has seen this kind of go on, I think I have an obligation to step forward and say those questions are inappropriate, and it's time to end the double standard among the media, because I don't hear it among everyday people. 60% of women who have children under the age of 5, so preschool children, work outside the home. Being able to handle a job and raise kids is not new to American women.